Here I am again, talking about your coursework for January 16th, 2019, Wednesday, due at 11:59 p.m. with a 7-hour grace period ending at 8 a.m. So now we are getting ready to write our first full college paper of about 3.5 to 5 pages using quotes and a works cited page. This is what we have been leading up to with all of our work so far. And so in the announcement, on the announcements page, I have included the scaffold for this essay, which is going to be about how both Frederick Douglass and Malcolm X learned to read and write. Now, for this particular assignment, you will just be writing the first 6 paragraphs of this paper tomorrow. So go into the scaffold and check out the first 3 points of the scaffold, which explain what I want you to do when you write the first 6 paragraphs. And that will be it. Once you finish the first 6 paragraphs, you're going to upload them to a discussion so your classmates can take a look at them and make some comments about them. And the discussion tells you how to do that. Now, with regard to in addition, as you write this paper, you're going to be adding quotes. We're going to include quotes. And I want at least 4 quotes in this paper. The first 2 paragraphs, your introduction, your introductory material, don't need quotes. If you find one that you think works and you want to include a quote or 2 in the first 2 paragraphs, that's fine. But I really am looking for quotes in the first 4 paragraphs of the body. The first 2 of the 4 paragraphs are going to be about how Frederick Douglass learned to read and write, and then you're going to write about how Malcolm X learned to read and write. So that's all we're going to do for tomorrow, but you will need to include quotes. I give you another link that tells you the format, that shows you the format for a quote and tells you how to embed the quote in a paragraph and what you need to do to explain it. Actually, you need to make the quote fit. So your paragraph with the topic sentence, a few sentences lead into the quote. You have the quote, you paraphrase it, you explain it, make a comment about it, and that's your quote. There are some rules there about quotes that you need to follow. You introduce them, and you comment on them, and you paraphrase them, you comment upon them, and you explain them. You don't begin a paragraph with a quote, and we don't end a paragraph with a quote, so remember that. That's kind of important. Anyway, the link that I give you with the page explains that. So that's what we're going to be doing for tomorrow, writing the first 6 paragraphs of this paper, including quotes, uploading it to a discussion page where your classmates can take a look at it, where you can take a look at others to see what they're doing with this. That's always very helpful, I think. Finally, with regard to NetTutor, many of you have been having good success with it. Some of you have been having problems with it. You just kind of have to feel your way. Some tutors are more helpful than others. Ask to go to a whiteboard. With this particular assignment, I would just upload a paragraph from the body that includes a quote and just work on the topic sentence and get them to reassure you that your quote is fitting, or have them help you make the quote fit. Ask them if you are properly embedding the quote with paraphrase and an explanation of the quote, maybe with a comment, if the quote works with the content. Some of us just pick a quote from anywhere in the paper and throw it on the page and write something, and sometimes the quote has nothing to do with the paragraph that you've got there. Please don't do that. We have to choose our quotes carefully. Finding quotes is, I think, probably one of the most challenging things for us to do when we write papers. Once we learn how to do it, then it becomes pretty easy. So that's what we're doing for tomorrow. We're halfway through the course at this point on Wednesday, halfway. Once we finish this paper, we will have a midterm quiz. We won't be writing a midterm paper. We're going to have a midterm quiz over the material that we've been working with from the beginning of the term. And then after that, we're going to be reading the road. So that's it. Enjoy your day. Work hard. I am. See you online.